Hello, my name is Billy Harris, your favorite performance optimization guinea pig, and I'm back again with another video today talking about cold showers and cold thermogenesis. One of the reasons as to why cold thermogenesis has become so popular recently speaking is because of the benefits attributed to it and practicing that on a daily basis. So some of the headliners of cold thermogenesis and the benefits, and something I personally experienced, include improved fat loss, decreased inflammation, boosted happiness, improved blood circulation, reduced oxidative stress in the body, improved nervous system function activation as well, highlighted by my aura metrics, which is great, cellular resistance, improved immunity, increased tolerance to stress, enhanced mood, better muscular recovery, and many more advantages as well. In addition to the physiological and mood enhancing benefits of having a cold shower or practicing cold thermogenesis on a daily basis, it's almost also the element of discipline on a daily basis. Hopping in a cold shower first thing upon waking, or a cold bath or a cold tub, however you're practicing this, is going to be very difficult and requires a lot of discipline and willpower to do so, something which obviously translates into other variables of your life as well. Any entrepreneurs wanting to optimize their focus, output, creativity, mood, smarts, efficiency, energy, and performance on a daily basis, your ears going to start to pick up as soon as you can hear you can acquire all of these benefits from one simple daily dip in cold water or a cold shower on a daily basis. It's as simple as that. Those benefits come hand in hand with the practice. Now, along with the other physiological and also mood enhancing benefits of having a cold shower on a daily basis or practicing cold thermogenesis, cold therapy is also something which benefits you massively when it comes to optimizing your sleep and your circadian rhythm, which is a benefit which is less so covered by mass media and something which is less so focused on by individuals incorporating that practice. If, for example, you've had a suboptimal night of sleep, going into a cold shower or a cold bath or just practicing cold thermogenesis in any form possible is going to be something which can massively benefit you in terms of cortisol production, making sure that you're awake and alert for the rest of the day. I will also ensure that as a result of that, your body's aware of the fact you should be waking up at that time as opposed to producing melatonin. And as a result, your circadian rhythms become much more aligned, much more positively speaking. So for example, as a result of that, your sleep start and end times will become much more consistent on a daily basis, and you'll experience heightened energy, focus, output, creativity as a result of having that cold shower first thing in the morning, and that will last throughout the rest of the day. So once your circadian rhythm gets optimized, synced up, and is essentially in line with itself, you shouldn't need any form of coffee, cardio, any other form of energizing practice to get yourself up and out of bed and alert, ready, awake, focused for the rest of the day, okay? And one of the ways in which you can make sure this happens and make sure circadian rhythm does become aligned optimally is by exposing yourself to cold water first thing upon waking as well. Really easy practice to incorporate. A daily dip, super simple, but the benefits that come with it or are attributed to that are so extensive as a list. Is something which you guys must prioritize. Using cold exposure first thing in the morning can be a great way to kickstart the circadian rhythm by increasing sympathetic activity, adrenaline, and raising cortisol, as I've already covered. Essentially, at night, you're producing melatonin to ensure your body is still asleep. Cortisol is the hormone released to make sure you wake up, become more alert, wake, ready, and focused for the day ahead. So production of cortisol is really important and can be highlighted or increased more so by cold exposure first thing in the morning. It can be especially useful in Europe, particularly in the winter, if you don't experience sunlight exposure frequently. For example, the weather outside right now in London is pretty grey and dull, will be for the rest of the winter. It's cloudy, you're in a hotel room, or you're travelling, or you don't get the opportunity to walk outside, which some of you may be experiencing if you're still in a lockdown in the country you're located in and based in. Okay, so essentially cold exposure first thing can massively benefit you as if, for example, you can't expose yourself to a natural environment first thing upon waking, go for a form of activity or exercise first thing upon waking, or simply get your body moving first thing upon waking as well. It's a great way to align your circadian rhythm, get cortisol flowing through the system, and wake yourself up so that your rest of the day is much more heightened in terms of focus, output, creativity, efficiency, alertness, etc. So when it comes to utilizing cold thermogenesis and actually putting this into practice in your daily routine, there are two parts in terms of getting used to this practice, because diving into a cold pool, a cold shower first thing can be pretty difficult to get used to, and it's something that you may be kind of aware of in terms of difficulty, and first thing upon waking it's not exactly something you're naturally inclined to want to do. You don't want to get into a cold shower, sit there for 30 seconds to 2 minutes, 3 minutes, not really particularly pleasant. So one is purely physical adaptation and getting used to lower temperatures and your body used to that practice as well. So you have to condition your body by exposing yourself to cold like any other form of training. So if you're about to get into the practice of cold showers on a daily basis, as I said, it could be for 30 seconds per day, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, all the way up to 5 minutes potentially, like I incorporate on a daily basis now. it does require a period of physical adaptation, your body getting used to exposing yourself to that cold water. It's not going to happen overnight just like that. It's something which takes a little bit of time. The second part is more so mental or psychological. Your mind's going to try and fight back at you every second of that practice, every second of actually being in that cold water and exposing yourself to that cold temperature, okay? Essentially, you're going to go into a state of fight or flight. Your body's thinking, oh, this is really, really cold. This is fairly threatening to my body. I'm not going to adapt to this particularly well. It's almost life-threatening to a degree. It kind of goes back to our more primal responses and instincts as well. And you're not going to be wanting to stay in that shower or that bath or that cold pool, whatever form of cold exposure you're exposing yourself to. Okay, something where every second of that process you're going to be thinking, get out, get out, get out, get out. And that's where it comes to a case of controlling your psychological response to this practice as well. Okay, you have to realize that the cold is not going to harm you, but it will actually make you better. And that's something you have to continue to visualize whilst incorporating this practice, especially for the first week or so, which you are incorporating this practice. And I'll talk to you a little bit later in this video about how you should go about actually introducing this into your daily routine in the practice of breathing, and also how to actually get yourself through the first 30 seconds to 2 minutes of this practice. But the main battle, primarily speaking, will be the mental aspect of things rather than physiological. Physiological speaking, you're not going to necessarily reject cold water. You'll obviously feel a state of panic potentially, which can be regulated by your breathing. But the mental aspect of things is a more difficult thing to push yourself through, which requires a little bit more discipline, a little bit more willpower, and a little bit more of a consistency in terms of applying that on a daily basis to get back into that routine. So I'm now going to take you guys through the routine of taking a cold shower with a few key tips and tricks I've utilized myself to make sure I can now be in a cold shower or expose myself to cold water for up to 3 to 5 minutes every day. Okay guys, so I'm finishing up part of my daily routine here in the little sports center I have. I've been for a swim, 15-minute sauna in 80 degrees. Now I'm going through a 3-minute cold shower. I've actually just finished 2 minutes, but for sake of this video, I'm gonna go back in again. So when it comes to cold showers, there's a few key tips and tricks I want to make you guys aware of. First and foremost, start with a moderately warm temperature. So this isn't too cold right now. It's actually fairly nice and warm, like a room temperature. From there, what I'm gonna gradually do is I'm gonna increase cold. Okay, so it's me, I'm nice and cold. Now, what I want you guys to focus on whilst getting in the cold, freezing cold temperature like the cold shower here is controlling your breathing. So you can be controlling your nervous system by controlling your breathing. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Okay, it's controlling your nervous system, regulating your heart rate. You'll feel much more comfortable as opposed to gasping for air when feeling the cold water running down your head and your shoulders. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to move the temperature down now. Okay. Now, second key tip and trick, it's freezing cold right now. Just do it. In this case of neuroplasticity, getting used to the habit of emitting yourself or putting yourself in a cold environment like this. Third tip, visualize success. Visualize the 3 minutes you're gonna be in here, 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever you're gonna be doing. And when you're getting used to cold showers, first and foremost, utilize a contrast shower. So as opposed to it being freezing cold like it is right now, all I want you guys to do instead is go from a warm temperature for 30 seconds, like it is right now, into a cold temperature for 30 seconds, okay? Repeat that process for 2-3 minutes. That's gonna be a contrast shower technique. Now guys, cold showers are hard to repeat on a daily basis. As I said, it's a case of neuroplasticity, repeating habits. Get used to it, utilize it in part of your morning routine, and obviously you can then benefit in regards to your cortisol being produced first thing in the morning, feeling awake, feeling energized, feeling alert, focused for the day ahead. I love cold showers, guys. Make sure you are utilizing them.